We're going to talk about your existence today, little boys. I'm so glad to be here with you all. This will be live. And this also will be posted later. We're going to go into this slowly. So take your time. There's no rush. There's no rush to the answers. It's just me and you. We'll be going over a variety of topics. I don't have too much in mind, but one thing will lead to another. And if anyone has any questions, we will be answering them throughout the live. And I'm so happy to be here with all you guys. We'll be starting in just a few moments. So take your time. Hello, Stephanie Martinez, Abby, Anthony, PSA. I just gave the introduction. We're going to get into this in one moment. If you have any questions, I will answer that as we go through here. And we just started this, so you didn't really miss anything. Hello. Anthony wants to know, how long have you been growing your beard for? Probably, that's a good question. Probably for about 2 years. 2.5 years. A little over 2.5 years. How's everybody doing tonight? For anyone that just joined, we will be taking our time And if you have any questions, is that dog milk? It could be. No, this is raw milk. I drink raw milk every time I have it. So you haven't shaved? I haven't shaved none of my hair since it was pretty much all buzz cut, which was over. It's all been growing pretty much the same length from the same time. Probably 2.8 years. Yeah, 2.8 years. I love that my hair is long. It's never been this long before. It feels great. It actually feels. Yeah. Thanks. We're just gonna need 1 second. See if I missed anything. Huh. I was gonna say something else about the hair. I've been trying to grow out this unibrow, but it just won't grow. How do you know about the whale? So the core of our reality it is not what you think. The core of our reality it is feeling based. So if you're thinking, you're not in touch with the core. Our reality is not a thinking reality. It is a feeling. And you can't think and feel at the same time. That is very unique. So you can't think about doing something. You actually have to have the experience. You can think about stuff all day, but it's actually a feeling. You can only do two things in the universe. You can think about the universe and everything that goes on, and you're going to want to think more. It's never ending. Or you can feel the universe. Some call this your intuition. Have you heard of this before? And we got the bell of happiness. So the core of our existence, if you wonder what reality is, reality, I'm going to tell you what reality is so you never have to question it again. And it's not a question at all. It is a feeling. So our reality is misconcepted of the thought. You are actually not your thought. You have lost control. And so our reality, it is a feeling. It's being in your intuition 24/7. It's not, oh, I feel my intuition and it's telling me to get away from this place because something's about to happen. You can be in that state all the time. You are merging with reality. When you think, you create a blockade between you and all of reality. Does that make sense? That's definitely 432 hertz. So you think that bell is 432 hertz? Yeah. Did you like study frequencies or music? Actually interested in hearing that. Explain your perspective on dreams and the dream state. Dreams. I actually just talked about this recently, but you actually don't want to have dreams. Dreams are an uncontrolled state. Therefore, they are a dream. They are too. It's when we can control ourselves in the dream. Even furthermore, when you don't dream. Because dreaming is an unconscious state. All dreaming is. So, when you don't have dreams, that is the real you. The void. The pitch black. And when you become enlightened, which only a few people are going to become enlightened, then, and you don't have to be enlightened to be conscious in your dreams, which would be nothing going on. You would just be sleeping, but you would be aware that you're sleeping. There would be no nothing. You would just be there. So dreams are an illusion. Okay? Does that make sense? People, I know I've had dreams myself. I don't I don't like having dreams. Dreams can be very dangerous to a lot of people. So when you become conscious in your life, which if you guys are in here, you probably already a little bit are, just because of this awareness. But when you become aware while you're up living, then and when you go to sleep, you can be aware while you go to sleep, which requires less sleep. Does that make sense? Because sleeping is an unconscious state, even though you're there, you're using up energy uncontrollably. Yeah. Dude gets real most times. Can you explain? And I still have a little bit more to explain that. So, when you go to sleep, you are dying. Like you are. That's what do you where are you going? Where are you going? You are dying. You're not conscious. You're dying. And so it just mimics, it's a replica of when we actually die, but that is the same thing. When you actually die, you want to be conscious and not unconscious. Okay? So because then you would be enlightened and you would go straight to God. Okay? Could you explain why certain people have experience where, well, you can trick your subconscious to certain words, and you can also have certain items appear in your dreams so they alert you, and so then you become almost aware in the dream. It's an alarm. The word Jesus, the vowel pronunciation of it could hold something that dispels darkness. Also, it could be the importance of the word to the person. Oh yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah, Banana Republic. It's all a sign. Your whole life is a sign. And when you're living right and you feel good all the time, then you're on the right path. The reason why people don't feel good, 97% of people don't feel good. I need to write that down. It's because they're not on the right path. And existence and you can say God, they're always trying to get us on the right path. So you can call them guardians. So let's see, the right path. Great. I love that. I love that. The right path. The right signs. So it's not another realm. It is, but it's not the final realm. It's just another illusion. Because when you wake up here, which is a thoughtless state, that's what it is. That's what God is. This is reality. So there is nowhere to go, and then you cannot die. Only when we still connect and we think about reality, then it manifests. Nowhere to go, nothing to see. So if you still want to see other illusions, because it's all an illusion, you want to experience something in a different world, then your wish will be granted. If you've heard this before, God is everywhere. So when you already are everywhere. you want and you want to merge back in with reality because you become all of reality. You don't really go nowhere. You kind of just expand everywhere. That's the truth. Yeah. Nightmares, hey. I write it down so later on when I rename the lives, I have like certain pinpoints for people. I have a lot of people named Matt following me. Yeah. Tommy Thunder. Yeah, I mean, I really like the questions and how you asked them. Banana Republic. This was already really juicy, and I kind of felt that from the beginning. We're only 25 minutes in here. And who knows when we'll end, but I always like try to go in 45 minutes to an hour. If you ever played Sims, like the Sims, the game where you can control the characters, if you guys have played that, let me know. They have the crystal above their head, and everything connects. Like, everything connects. It connects so much that we have to be completely still. It gets you higher than any drug will. But that's the problem, is you have to be completely still. So the Sims have the crystal above their head, which is the chakra. That's why it's like a crystal, basically. It's a chakra. I actually have it. Kind of, you can't see it. And it's the same thing. We, beyond our thought, so in the thoughtless state, we'll get more into that in a second, you are just controlling this avatar. See, when you have thoughts uncontrollably, which most people do, then it pulls you into them. You begin to think you're the movie that's going on in your head. It literally pulls you in like a parasite. And then you just think that you're living your thought. So when you think these thoughts, you actually create them. And they are alive. Your thoughts, they're alive. Everything is alive. Thank you, Ruben. I appreciate that. Nice to see you, Matt the Visionary. Thanks. Thanks about the mustache. We're decoding reality right now and all of manifestation. Yeah. Eating raw pork. Nah, I can't eat as much, but I used to be like 15 more pounds. But, later in this year and when I can eat more food, I'm gonna be bigger. I'm just to let everybody know. I will be. New viewer videos. So if you want to know reality and all the answers to reality, what you should be doing, you can answer why we exist. It's actually two questions. All you have to do to know reality and get instant answers is to become still. This is why people miss God. You have to become as still as God. He is so still. You miss him. Does that make sense? So all of this connects, and we have these signs every day in life. Our reality, it comes from nothing. And so when we're thinking, we are projecting, but when we stop thinking, we become nothing. And then we merge with reality. We merge with the term of God. Matt the Visionary, I love everyone. I like to see that. I like to see that positivity. We were talking about similar things when we started this live. Fizz is one unique. Yeah, I mean, I think we're all unique in our own ways. We just have to feel into it, you know? And that's when we become our best selves. No one can become the best self, the best art of ourselves. And everyone is a part of the same oversoul. So beneath the personalities and the ambitions and the physicality of the person, we are all connected in an inner web, a spider web. Everything around us is, and we're all the same thing underneath, which is the invisible spirit. I appreciate that, Tommy Thunder. That was really nice of you to say that. You know, knowledge is one of the best things we can give to our brothers and sisters. And even if people don't want to hear what you have to say, there is somebody and some people out there that definitely need to hear what you have to say. So, and it may seem like that I have a lot of knowledge, but it's all from God. I'm just a mirroring off from you. So I'm no better than you, and I'm no better than anyone. And we do have you have this uniqueness. Yeah. It's kind of like sometimes the more experience you have, the more you do. I guess it depends on what you're doing. But it's all about learning. We learn stuff. If you're sitting on the couch all day, or if you're like watching TV all day, you might not be learning a lot. The truth is, becoming still will give you all the answers, but it's the hardest thing you're going to have to do. Because we're so identified with the mind. The good thing is, the only thing that's stopping us is our mind, is the mind. And our mind, the mind, is all of reality's mind. It's just a beehive of mind, a gigantic mind. And that's why, like, something comes up that you might see, Tommy, that Matt, the visionary, might see. We all see the same things at once. Or a wave of thoughts will come over the whole entire world. And people all over the world will, they'll have instantly a thought. Usually that's like an awakening. There's new energy coming. And this happens all the time. All robotics are trying to do, and AI, they're trying to tap into the God energy. But you don't have to do that. You don't have to build anything because they don't know the truth. All you have to do is become still. And there's certain techniques to do certain things. But those people that know the certain techniques, they only give it to chosen people. So it doesn't get in the wrong hands. And Tommy Thunder said we are all in this together. God bless you. We all are in this together. Exactly. And that's why I do this. Because we're all right here. And once we become a light, we can light others up. It just naturally happens. You naturally light the world up once you begin to light up. We have this darkness around us. That is our thoughts. And the word guru is actually a dispeller of darkness. Same thing as the religions. What are you drinking? This is just cow milk, raw cow milk. Been drinking this all day. Yeah, I drink it when I have it, pretty much nonstop. Yeah, nonstop. It's one of the best foods in the world, probably. And I'll tell people that listen to this, it's better to drink that, to drink milk, than water. Because there's nothing in water. There's nothing wrong with drinking water, but the hydration isn't the same. And you're not going to know that unless you're really fucking aware. Sorry. I went through stages where I couldn't drink anything and nothing would hydrate me. And the only thing that I could drink, because water was dehydrating me. Most people won't, you won't get to these states. So I have this extremity I went through and still go through. But the milk, it's, there's just constituents inside of it. Yeah. Is it from the Amish? This milk came from this. My internet. This milk came specifically from the Swiss villa. It's a farm in Pennsylvania. I didn't go to the actual farm to get this though, Tommy. It's I got this in the store, is what I'm saying. It's not the other place I go to where I go and go to the actual farm and pick it up. Although they are both in Pennsylvania. One's closer to me though. Yeah. But basically, if I can, the thing is about the raw milk, it's expensive. Yeah. So there's a couple places you can order online for the raw milk, and some really aren't even too bad to order from. But if you're on a budget, like you should never be on a budget to where you can't buy the foods that you want. Because if you're making money, you should be able to buy at least the food that you want. But it is hard. It is expensive. Yeah. Drinking pasteurized milk, if you can handle it, it's better than drinking no milk at all. Yeah. Instinctively, my body always wants to drink the milk too. Yeah. I can't find what I'm looking for. Everyone had great questions tonight. I'll show you what it's like. My phone's on fire. Um, I don't know why it's not loading the page. Yeah, sorry. They're in Washington Borough, Pennsylvania, so not from the Amish, but probably really close to them. Yeah, no, I mean it's about double the price of regular milk. Um, I mean, yeah, I usually buy like expensive. When I eat food, I usually buy, yeah, like milk would probably be the first thing if I was on a budget. I wouldn't be getting milk. Sure. Well, I don't know what's going on. Well, that's a good question. It's actually a great one. The milk that's fresh on the farm, it's also just a whole nother cow. It could be a different breed of cow, or uh, it, you literally taste what the animal eats when you eat raw food. So when you cook it, you cook you cook the toxins. When you eat it raw, and this is just with any food, you'll start to realize, oh, this is what the animal ate. This animal ate corn and this corn oils. It was conventional. If you eat like really good high quality meat, you've probably tasted gamey meat before. That's just what the animal eats. The milk from the farm, when I get it, they got it out the udder like right before I got there. And I've noticed, and I've always been this way, I like stuff that's like fresh and alive. So the one in the store, it could be a week. They could chill it for a long time. You don't want to chill. You don't want to freeze it and make it too cold for too long. It's not the end of the world, but when I get it from the farm, it tastes different, but it tastes like more new. It tastes more alive. Yeah, it's very subtle. Yeah, it is very interesting, and that actually came to me just like a couple months ago because usually when I'm going to the farm, I'm not going to the store for like months on to get milk. I'm not going to the store because the store only has certain things and they're expensive as hell. Yeah. So usually if I prefer kind of because it's fresher, not now I know that. They also have other products, but then I have to drive further. You know what I mean? I spend more time. So it's more money. Yeah. But yeah. Like I said, it is very subtle though. Yeah. Actually, yeah, it's funny. I was supposed to go to the farm but we just end up going to the store because I don't my the vehicles I have right now, I they're both messed up. So I don't have a vehicle right now. Yeah. Yeah. Learn something new. No, it's yeah, like I said, it's if you if you've never had raw milk before, the first time that you sip it, you're gonna get a euphoria. Anytime that you sip raw milk, it automatically makes you happy. Yeah. That oh yeah, it's just so delicious. It's overwhelming. Yeah. It's my favorite. It's my favorite food. Yeah, Ruben, that is true. We are specifically talking about raw milk though. God bless you, Ruben. I would probably just have like ground beef, just ground beef with fat and raw egg yolks. Or I would have fish, like crazy fish, and hopefully that would be enough. Yeah. And pretty much like the same thing, just like with sushi, just like sushi without the rice, and you could dip it in the raw egg yolk. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. That yeah, yeah. Have you do you drink raw milk, Reuben Clock? Yeah. And like even if this live is going to be posted after, so we talked about a variety of things. We talked about God in the beginning, and yeah, yeah, on a farm. Were you working there, Tommy? Doing an internship? I usually go on a little later, but I'm trying to get more time and go spread it out throughout the day. Just sporadic. Yeah, it would be one hell of a menu. Oh, dude, it would be a crazy. It'd be a crazy. It'd be like causing so much controversy. It'd probably be the biggest restaurant in the world. Like, that'd be crazy. God bless you, Lucas. The bell of happiness. We're gonna leave in a couple minutes. Was it raw milk, Tommy? Like, for instance, I couldn't eat food the last 2, 3 days, maybe even 4 days. I don't even know. And the only thing I could drink was milk. Like a week ago, it was the similar thing. Again, I didn't. My ride was messed up. I didn't have any raw milk, so I was drinking. I was drinking pasteurized milk. Hello, Lego. Crazy. Uh, yeah, we just yeah, we're gonna be posting the live. It was a crazy live. Not like that shower one though, because that shower one was exploitation. And I will be live tomorrow morning, 6 a.m., 7 a.m. Eastern time. But there was a couple days where all I could not eat any food, and I just drank milk. Ironically, though, I was still getting better. That's why I love milk. I mean, I want my own goat. I There should be a local goat in everybody's village, and you should just be able to go and milk it instead of milking yourself. Why don't you milk somebody else? Oh, were you actually in there? Were you in there, Tommy? I don't know if you were in there when I was in there. That was April Fool's. God bless everyone in here. Take some silence in tonight. If it's not nighttime, take it in there when it gets nighttime. Yeah, it was. It was. Am I still researching the stones? Oh, I was. What was it? But the raw milk has always been. It's always there for me. My body would rather drink that than drink water. Yeah, it's not even my choice. The stones, not too much, but some stuff you have to like really dig deep. And usually I'm so active, I don't like when I am active, I'm usually like producing and I'm being very active. I don't get to like research things or maybe learn new things. I don't get to do that. Yeah. Also, because the way my body is right now, that's a big one. And I like to do stuff. I like to do stuff. You were in the shower. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, he came. He came. He came. He. Yeah, that was hilarious. That was hilarious. Yeah, I'm glad someone told me though, and I didn't. I didn't post that. Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that anymore. Have some like ladies. They'll be like a chicken. Yeah, yeah. I am. I am. We're just beginning though. Like it. We just passed 420. It just feels like the year's beginning. they some say some say the new year is actually a couple weeks ago. It's not the new year that there's another new year. It's actually when spring comes. Yeah, you guys are always making me laugh. I appreciate all you guys. God bless everybody in here. Time just flies. With the real that live is going down in history with the real ones in there, yeah. Well, it can't be posted. It might be able to slip away. But yeah, YouTube's not having it. Am I friends with the Amish? No, I don't know any personally, Tommy. But I think any Amish act they stay like hours away from me. They're not that close. I'll see everyone later. Welcome to the circus. That's crazy. We don't have no agendas. We're only doing God's agenda. I appreciate all you guys. Lego, you can text me, whatever. I'll see you guys. I just wanted to hold this prayer for you guys. I love all you guys. Such a blessing to be here.